Hello again, everyone. It's Vince, and this is our update for March 12th, 2026. Let's take a quick look at how the markets did. Well, what we're looking at here on the far right are the futures that have opened. It's almost 7 p.m. Eastern, so they've opened on a positive note here, but throughout the day, not so positive. We had the Dow down over 700 points. We had the Nasdaq down over 400 and the S&P down over 100 while the Russell gave up 5 points. You can see it was a slow bleed throughout the day, but pretty steady action to the downside, pretty steady selling. Now, if we look at crude oil, it was the opposite. It had a real strong day here, opening up at 89.32, but ending the day at 95, almost 96 here. And now we're up almost another point right after hours here, or sorry, the new the new day. Gold. Gold was down slightly here, and same with silver. So not huge moves, but holding steady. Bond yields higher. The dollar making a push. Now, the dollar's getting interesting here. Not only did we break through this level, this trend line that it had such a difficult time getting through, but since it did, it had a couple of big days here. Let me zoom in, this one, and then kind of went sideways. And now here we are breaking these highs. So this opens the door to potentially bigger move to the upside. And if we can get, and I'm going to draw this in here, if we can get above this point here, just above the 100 mark, then I think we make an even bigger push upward. That, of course, could have an impact on the metals and among other things. So this is a chart to watch going forward. The VIX up 3 points today. And on the crypto side of things, Bitcoin, pretty flat. Have a look at this price action the last few days, very tight. And same with Ethereum. Just really, it just feels like those two are silent. I mean, they've just flatlined here. So pretty quiet overall. Now, earlier today, we did get some news. We had building permits out, which were slightly worse than expected. We had housing starts, which were slightly better. And we had the initial jobless claims number, which came in right in line. Now, tomorrow, slightly more important here. We get durable goods orders, we get GDP, we get the PCE number. So tomorrow is going to be important. These all happen, or are all going to be released at 8:30 a.m. Eastern. So we'll keep an eye on that tomorrow. Now, aside from that, we've got a few charts to look at here that I like today. I'm going to start with LIN. And, we've got a nice orderly retracement right back into the support area and a nice bounce here. That's pretty convincing. We had a very wide range bar, bigger than what we've seen recently. And we closed out near the high there. So we reversed what? 1, 2, 3, 4, at least 4 trading sessions here in one bar. That's a good look. If we look at the weekly, here we are right along this level. But what's different about this than these ones is every time we tried to push through here and we pulled back, we did not hold that level. So we failed. Here now, it looks like we're holding support and bouncing. And if we look at the monthly, there is absolutely nothing else overhead. Last month's high was the all-time high, the new all-time high. Earnings are 49 days away, so I really like LIN here. The other one that I like, MCK, now much more expensive stock, almost $1,000. Here we have a bit of a gap down here recently, and then we went silent. So we've got a long plus happening here. If we look at the weekly, we've also so far, and I mean, there's only one other session left in this week, and we're so far near the high of the weekly bar here with another long plus, a pretty nice clean formation on the weekly. And the monthly, we're at all-time highs as well. And earnings are, 56 days away. Nothing to worry about there. And the other one is BG here, Bunge. I like this one as well, breaking above these highs, closing above these highs. We're just a little further away from that ATR. If we look at the weekly, pretty clean. We also have a long and the monthly pretty close to clearing all-time highs. So all three look pretty good to me. Now on the short side, we've got ABT here. And again, what I don't like about this is where the ATR is, how far away it is. It's also a little messier. The price action is just not very clean, at least not when we compare it to the others. So it's the least favorite here for me. But BR and BRO look really good here. So have a look at BR to the short side. There it is. We closed right at the low of the day here. So, we had a push lower, consolidated, had another push, very equal in size, very symmetric. That's usually a good sign. We try to recover, and now we pull back sharply. And today's bar was pretty convincing. If we look at the weekly time frame, we've also got a short, and look at where we are at the absolute low of the week so far. And the monthly here shows us that, there's going to be areas with some support, but not all that much. We've got a lot of blank space here. And, it certainly looks like we've rolled over here on the month. We've taken out several prior low pivots here along the way. And if you look at the minor pivots in this stretch, we've got lower highs and lower lows. So all looks pretty good there. And lastly, BRO is another one that looks pretty good. Here it is. So again, a push lower, a consolidation, another push. We try to recover, cannot even take out a prior high. Now we roll over, and we're very close to taking out this low. We've got a nice short formation. Again, we're at the lows of the day here. The weekly also showing us a short, pushing through this key level at the low of the week. And the monthly well into this move, rolled over a while ago. There may be some support right around 60, but I don't think it's going to be enough to hold here, especially if the markets overall continue moving lower. This one could make its way down towards 20. We're still at 67.5. So some really nice looking charts there. Also, we're going to get together tomorrow again at 1 p.m. Eastern, and we can do another search together. Now that we have the scanner, we'll search for new setups and take it from there. Okay, but overall, when we look at the equity markets, certainly not looking very good right now, and we're at a real threat of taking out some, what I would call key lows here. We've already taken out some lows, but we're at very key levels here and could make a bigger push lower. So let's tread lightly. But again, come out and join us if you can tomorrow. And until then, I hope you have a great evening. We'll see you on our next update. Take care.